What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. I'd actually started recording, and I guess the recording software didn't kick off, so I've like already done kind of the first 5 minutes of what we were going to do, but I'll still walk us through all of it and point out where the loot would have been. But anyway, swap this back over. You don't need milkweed on anymore, unless you want it for some reason. But if you're ready, hop on over to the lighthouse hut, and it's time to continue this area. The rest of this area is pretty straightforward. The only real challenge, not that way, the only real challenge is there's a couple winter lanterns, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Speaking of bridges, go on across this bridge, and the first thing you want to do is kill the lightning shamans. And then with them dead, we can go ahead and kill the other two fishmen. Oh, there's 3 enemies over here. You can choose what you want to do with them. There's no loot. It's just some enemies. So, kill them, don't kill them. I'm not your supervisor. From there, head on down. Oh, no. Alright. And what you're going to want to do is head on over here. And, oh god, they grabbed me. Right on this corpse you see right there, there would be a piece of loot. These guys are fun. All you really need here is some kind of AoE. Wide swings work fine to kill the snailmen. So there would have been loot on this corpse that you would have wanted to pick up. And then after you come on over this way, there would have been more loot on that corpse that you can pick up. So make sure you get that loot. As you turn, break all this stuff. Break it and kill. I believe this should be twin shards. And then after that, you would climb up here to get a chunk right here. And then you would run all the way around and get another chunk right here. And that's about as far as I got before I realized, like, oh my god, my recording is not happening. So thankfully I noticed it sooner rather than later. Stop this. You can kill all these guys if you want. I don't really think it's worth wasting your time to. As you head this way, you're going to be, a couple of them are going to rush at you. Except these are the ones that don't have the shells, so they're a lot feistier. There we go. And this would be the 4th and final spot that Brador invaded. You can see, like, all the spots where we would have seen him were like, why are you here? Real pain in the ass encounters. So, this next part is a little shitty. There is a shaman, the kind that casts all that garbage. So go ahead and pop a blue elixir. And we're going to get nice and close, and then we're going to bum rush it and kill it before it can start casting shit. That's exactly why we got blue elixir here, because otherwise that thing starts nuking you on approach. And you're like, no, 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 no. Kill him. Grab the madman's knowledge, and drop on down. So this path over here, this leads to the boss. If you just want some stress relief, it's a great spot because you can just... Oh man. There's something about that that's really satisfying. But anyway, ignore this path for now. We don't need to do anything here just yet. Instead, we're going to climb down here for a goodie. Go. Which I gotta check to see. Are you good for my weapon? Cursed kin hunter. Kin up, beast down. I think there's not really any more kin we're fighting. Okay, go ahead and hit this. ahead and take this up. This is our pre-boss shortcut. Alright, we want to grab this. Right here there's a broken staircase. It doesn't lead anywhere. You just fall off of it. But go ahead and open this door. And as you can see, we are back here at the shrine. So for now, head on back down though. And then when we get off this elevator, we're going to send it back up because we're going to warp out before we go after the boss. But we're going to be heading this way. Now before you do, we're going to be going up against some... what's it called? So as you can see, we have no frenzy resist on this armor at all, which is very, very no bueno for what's about to happen. So go to the Grave Guard and Ashen. I believe Ashen is still top. Yes, so Grave Guard and Ashen. And then get some sedatives on deck. Put that. Now, once we get a little bit closer, you'll notice that guy just ran past. Ignore him. You want to pop a blue elixir here. And there's 2 of them, so we're going to let this one get just a little bit closer. And we're going to bum rush the shit out of it. First the depth. That might actually be pretty good. First the depth gems are usually pretty good. Blunt up. Ah. And we'll grab these goodies. And if you hadn't gotten the Rakuyo, you could drop down here and refight those guys. But we did that earlier, so we don't need to worry about it. See him sitting up there. Asshole. Can I hit him? I can't. Oh, whatever. So with the Kinded, we can head on over here and grab this. And we can head on down this way. And there's some stuff in here. Ignore these guys for now. First thing you want to do is kill lightning over here. Oh, you're not dead? After that, run this way, and there's another one hiding back here in the corner. And we get the odd bolt and a blood rock. So between that and the insight you had earlier, you should have enough to acquire 4 weapons all the way up to +10. Picked up 2 blood rocks via insight, 1 in the main game, 1 right here. And of course, if you want to keep farming more, you can get them down in the Chalice dungeons. Just look up false depth blood rock. You know, with plenty of codes you can punch in and go on through to get yourselves another blood rock. But you can kill this stuff if you want. Really no reason to. And there is not a loot back here. I was going so fast and I was taking the notes that I wrote the loot in corner with a question mark because I didn't remember if there was something or if it was a drop from an enemy like that. So yeah, I believe that's it. Sprint down tunnel for the lightning shamans, clean up baddies. Next storm pit, swing to the right for shaman. Blood rock and gem. Next is the boss. We're all set. So the boss is the Orphan of Kaz, or as some say, Kazum. To add a little bit of cowboy lore into this, and I call it cowboy lore because it's probably partially inaccurate. My understanding is Kaz was the original Great One that came to whatever planet Bloodborne is on. Kaz died, though, on the beach and was found by humanity. Now, that's where everything went to shit with, like, the blood and the whole grant us eyes and all that. It was people trying to essentially harvest the power of the old ones. But what we're gonna fight is the Orphan. It's like a child that was born and in... well, My understanding is when the child was born, Kaz died because the Great Ones die birthing their offspring. I don't know if that's completely accurate. That's how I took it and understood it. But anyway, we want to load on up here. That's probably enough. Just getting like one level or two.
Very well.
We're gonna keep pushing this up towards 50. And for the rest, we'll pick up either some... We had number held, stored, 137. Let's get bullets. All that pig farming really paid off. You can repair if you need to, but otherwise we are all set. Now for this boss, Orphan is definitely one of the hardest fights in the game. Phase 1 is relatively chill. Phase 2 is fucking nuts. Fire is going to be the best bet to get damage in this fight. He is resistant to both arcane and bolt. You can use the auger for some really easy counters and backstabs. One thing that you might want to do, because of how abusive you can be with the auger, is running a double claw mark setup. So these multiply on each other. So even though it's, you know, 30 and 20, and you might be like, oh, it's 50% more. No, they're actually going to multiply. So you're getting 1.2 times 1.3 for a total of 1.56, which is a lot of damage. As for your other rune, you could go for stamina. You could go for the heal. Personally, I'm going to be doing a lot of countering here, so I'm going to go for visceral attacks, restore health. There's no summons to worry about here, so, you know, no concerns there. But otherwise, head back to the lighthouse hut. And it's time for Orphan. A big part of this, honestly, if you have played Sekiro, you'll probably feel right at home in this fight. This is a fight where you want to stay aggressive, and you want to focus on the enemy and the enemy's movements. Big example is Orphan likes to throw out this blade thing while jumping backwards, and your natural instinct is to, you know, dodge away from the boss when it's attacking, but by dodging towards the boss, you get within range of his attack and it whiffs. Another thing that's, he might just straight up leap over your head. When he does, you just stand still. Like, he'll straight up leap, and then I'll turn around and I'll bonk him. So just be very calm, focus on watching the boss. Phase 2, things get a little bit crazier. He'll start throwing these like explosive flesh bulbs at you, so focus on dodging those. And if he starts summoning the lightning storm, the shield can help a little bit, but the best thing to do is to run back over here to like the cave, because you can kind of hide under here and block out some of the lightning storm. In an ideal situation, we'll kill his ass before that's even a concern. But otherwise, let me I'll fire paper in a second once we get up to him. We're gonna let this one play. It's creepy as hell. It's a baby. He basically attacks you with a giant bladed placenta. Yeah, fucking weird, man. Such a weird encounter. Anyway, come on, Orphan. It's time for dinner. So, just like that. See how I just chilled and he just jumped right over me? One thing that might help here is the rune that's going to give you more rally. That's one of the blood pustules. Come here. Let me get my visceral on your ass. Stop running. You can see how I'm kind of staying on him a lot. I'm trying to dodge in towards him. I'm really trying to get these viscerals, but he's not having it right now. Come on, give me my viscerals. Come on, buddy. I brought double claw mark along, and now you're not letting me. There we go. Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want. Just a visceral here and there. Oh, that time I got robbed. So now he's going into angry mode. Angry mode, things are a little bit more serious. He is really fast, and you're probably better off just trying to beast him down. The lightning. So run back here. We're safe right here. Woo. You can see what I said when I said he's a crazy boy in phase 2. Oh my god, he got me. It's okay. It was good to kind of demonstrate how he flies all over on this fight. To be honest, I wasted way too much time. I was so, like, I was being so needy about getting viscerals that I basically threw the fight. I should have just been like, alright, and just ignored him. But we'll head back down, we'll take him out. This isn't going to be hard. Oh, yeah, of course. Also, we can change back to our good armor. Almost forgot about that. Better than that. Oh, execution's pretty good. I think Harrowed is better because of the just to really ramp things up, I'll Beast Blood here. This is a good, actually a pretty good fight to use Beast Blood on, because the thing is, Beast Blood is, you need to get used to using it, because you're going to absolutely want to have it for some of the Chalice bosses. So the whole, the risky play that comes alongside Beast Blood, it's something that's good to get adjusted to sooner rather than later. Oh, God. No, you don't get phase 2. Sit down. Yeah, like I said, not exactly a hard encounter when you know what you're doing. And for beating his ass, we get access to the cause parasite. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I don't even have the arcane to use it. If you want to really get the max benefit out of the parasite, which by the way, we're not done. You have to walk over and whack this thing. I guess it's like the mother's spirit, what's left. But pull that, Nightmare Slain. But you need to have on the milkweed if you're going to use that. So, anyway, after that, we get a little cutscene. And that's it. That's the DLC. So, from here, warp on out. And, well, from here, it's time to go after the Chalice. Great Tumero Ithil. So, the Chalice, we're going to wrap things up here. The Chalice, my guess, is going to be 1 to 2 episodes in length. It's fairly long. I mean, we got to go through 3 layers of it, so it should be enough for a level.
Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Very well. It's
always great trees in these RPGs. There we go. Beautiful. But either way, I'm going to take off the double claw mark. Go back to the 15% stamina. As a reminder, for Great Thumeru, and I'll touch on this on the other one as well. It's not this. It should be 3AQBY. I think we already opened it in a previous episode. Is it you? Yes, here it is, 3AQ. So, wrapping up here. Stay tuned. In the next episode, we will head into Great Thumeru, and I'll also drop a link regarding some false dungeons that you can farm for stuff as well. So, we'll see you all then.